Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Stock My Closet. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, then do hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to get the new video notification. और अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस हिंदी में देखना चाहते हैं तो हमारे दूसरे चैनल इजी स्विंग ट्यूटोरियल्स पर देख सकते हैं. चैनल का लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है. Now without further ado, let's get started. For today's project, I have taken cotton fabric. This is 2.25 meters and this is 2 meter. This is the measurement I am using. You can adjust it according to your requirement. Firstly, I'll cut the bodies. And for that, I have cut out the required length, that is 16 inch, including 1 inch for seam allowance. And I have folded the fabric twice in width. Now I'll mark the measurements. For shoulder, take half of shoulder width. In my measurement, shoulder width is 14.5 inch. So half of it is 7.25 inch. Neck width is 3 inch. Mark half inch downwards for shoulder slope and join it to the neck width point. From this point, mark half of armhole round, that is 7.5 inch in my measurement. From the top, mark a point at 11 inch, shoulder to burst point, and 15.5 inch. For chest, I am adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, chest round is 34 inch. 34 plus 2 is 36 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 9 inch. For burst, I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement, burst round is 37 inch. 37 plus 3 is 40 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 10 inch. For waist, I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, waist round is 31 inch. 31 plus 2 is 33 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.25 inch. Give slight curve to this pointed shape. Adding seam allowance. Now I'll draw front and back armhole curves. So this is a marking for bodies. Now I'll cut it. So I've cut the bodies. Now separate the back. Again fold the front bodies. Now I'll cut the front armhole curve. So I've cut the bodies. Now I'll cut the sleeves. And for that I've cut out the required length, that is 17.5 inch, including 1.5 inch for seam allowance. Now from the top, mark a point at 3.5 inch. And 16.5 inch. For armhole width, divide burst measurement by 4 and deduct 1 inch out of it. In my measurement, burst round is 37 inch. 37 divided by 4 is 9.25 inch and 9.25 minus 1 is 8.25 inch. So I'll mark a point at 8.25 inch. Now measure this line and divide it into 3 parts. This is around 9 inch. So I'll mark a point at 3 inch twice. From this point, mark half inch upwards. And from this point, mark half inch upwards and 0.25 inch downwards. Now I'll draw front and back armhole curves. Mark half of sleeve round. In my measurement, sleeve round is 11 inch. Half of it will be 5.5 inch. Now join these points with the curve ruler to give slight shape, adding seam allowance. So this is the marking for sleeves. Now I'll cut it. Now take top 2 layers and cut the front armhole curve. So I've cut the sleeves. Now I'll cut the bottom. I'm making gathered waist bottom, and for that I have folded the fabric by half in length. For this bottom we just need rectangular piece of fabric. No cutting is required. Bottom length is full length minus body's length. In my measurement, full length is 48 inch and body's length is 15 inch. So 48 minus 15 is 33. I'm adding 1 inch for seam allowance. So I've taken length 34 inch. And for width, I've taken full width of fabric, that is 42 inch. So with this, cutting off my kurti is complete. Now I'll stitch it. Firstly, I'll cut the neckline shape. Neck width is 3 inch. Neck depth is 7 inch. I've added half inch for seam allowance. And I've made neckline shape. You can make any desired neckline shape. So I've cut the neckline. Now measure this length. This is around 9 inch. I'm adding fake button placket. And for that, I've cut out the piece from the same fabric. I've folded both edges and ironed it. And then I've folded it by half and ironed it again. So this is a button placket. Length is 1 inch more than this length. Width depends on the type of button you are going to attach on the button placket. Like I'm going to use these buttons. So according to the button, I've taken width around 2.5 inch and I've folded it by half. It will look like this. Now place your button placket. Now place button placket on the center line. And I'll make stitch on this side. This is opening side. And in the center, I'll leave this side as it is. It will give the impression of actual button placket. I have pinned it up. Now I'll make a stitch. Just keep in mind, leave extra fabric of button placket on the neckline side. So I made a stitch and this is how it will look. Now I'll make a stitch in the center. So this is another easy way to add button placket. Sometimes you don't have enough fabric and you want to add or make some design, so you can use this fake button placket idea. I've used same fabric. You can also use contrast fabric on this. Now I'll finish front neckline, and for that I've taken a piece of same fabric as facing. Just place it on the neckline, right sides together, and stitch in the neckline shape from the wrong side. So I made a stitch. Now I'll trim the facing fabric in the neckline shape and fold the seam allowance towards the wrong side. I finished front neckline. I have folded in and ironed the seam allowance, and I have done invisible hemming. I have also attached buttons, and this just looks like actual button placket. Now I'll finish back neckline using bias tape. So I finished back neckline. I'll make the final fold after stitching the shoulder slope on both sides. Now I'll finish the bottom round, and on the waist side I'll make basting stitch to add gathers. So I made a basting stitch. Now pull the bobbin thread like this, and adjust gathers according to the body's waist. So I've adjusted gathers according to the body's waist. Now I'll attach bodies and bottom. Place bodies on the bottom, right sides together, and make a stitch on the waistline. So I have attached bodies and bottom. Now I'll overlock it. Similarly, I'll attach back bodies and bottom. I've attached back bodies and bottom as well. Now place front on the back, right sides together, and stitch shoulder slope on both sides. So I've stitched shoulder slope on both sides, and I've also made a stitch on the back neckline. Now I'll finish the sleeve round. Now I'll attach the sleeves. Place the sleeve on the bodies, right sides together. Match the center, front and back armhole curves, and make a stitch. Similarly, I'll attach the other sleeve. Lastly, I'll stitch the side fitting seam starting from the sleeve round. Similarly, I'll stitch the other side. So my kurti is ready, and this is how it looks. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and do subscribe our channel for more such videos. And I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.